Hello Amington Heath and welcome to Key Stage 2 Maths. Today we're doing millimetres and millilitres. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to look at millimetres. Millimetres are a unit of length. In units of measurement there is always a base unit. Here our base unit is a metre. The prefix tells us what the units of length means. And the prefix here is milli, so that means 1 in 1,000. So millimetres means 1 in 1,000 of a metre. So it takes 1,000 millimetres to equal 1 metre. A millimetre is about the width of a sewing needle. A metre is roughly the length of one big stride. Now to convert millimetres into metres and metres into millimetres, we use these calculations. 1 metre times 1,000 equals 1,000 millimetres. And 1,000 millimetres divided by 1,000 equals 1 metre. So let's try and work some calculations out together. Let's look at number 1. Here they're asking us to convert 5,000 millimetres into metres. Using our calculation reminder at the top here, we are reminded that we need to divide the millimetres by 1,000. Now, remember when dividing by 1,000, we can use a place value chart. As there are 3 zeros in 1,000, we need to move the digits 3 times, and we move the digits to the right as the number gets smaller when we divide. So we move each number by 3. So let's try it. Let's move 5 3 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3. The 5 ends up here. We do the same to all of the zeros, moving them 3 times. We end up with the number 5. So 5,000 divided by 1,000 equals 5. So our answer to question number 1 is 5. How about question number 2? What would 6,000 millimetres be in metres? Now remember, 6,000 millimetres needs to be divided by 1,000. So 6,000 divided by 1,000. What would our answer be? 6. Well done. Now let's try the next one. We have 4,500 millimetres. Again, we need to use the rule of dividing it by 1,000. Let's go back to our place value chart. Here we have 4,500. Remember, we need to move the digits to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Our 4 will end up here. Our 5 will end up here, and our 2 zeros will end up here. So our answer will be 4.5. So 4,500 divided by 1,000 would be 4.5. We now have our answer. Well done if you got that. How about number 4? 1,200 millimetres. What would that be in metres? Remember, we need to divide by 1,000. Move the digits 3 times to the right. Did you get 1.2? Well done. And the last one, 2,800 millimetres. Remember, we need to divide by 1,000. Shout out the answer if you know. Well done to all that shouted out 2.8. That's our answer. Excellent work. Now we need to change metres into millimetres. The reminder at the top tells us that we need to multiply by 1,000. Question number 1 asks us to convert 7 metres into millimetres. Remember, we need to multiply by 1000. Again, we can use a place value chart. But this time we need the number to get bigger. So we need to move the digits to the left. Remember, we need to move them 3 times. So we're moving the digits 3 times to the left to make sure that the number is bigger. 1, 2, 3. Our 7 will end up here. We need to put our placeholders in to make sure that we have the right number. Our placeholders are in place now, and we can see that 7 multiplied by 1000 is 7000. We now have our answer to question number 1. 7 metres equals 7,000 millimetres. Let's have a go at number 2. 3.5. What would that be in millimetres? Remember, we need to multiply by 1000. Can you shout out the answer if you know? Well done, 3,500. How about the last one? 2.9 metres. What would that be in millimetres? Again, remember to multiply your number by 1000. Shout out the answer if you know. Well done, 2,900. You're working really well. Now on to millilitres. Millilitres are a unit of capacity. The base unit is a litre, and again we have the prefix milli, meaning 1/1000th of a litre. So it takes 1000 millilitres to equal 1 litre. A millilitre is roughly the size of a raindrop, and a litre is roughly 2 small bottles of water. To convert litres into millilitres, we have to multiply by 1000. And to convert millilitres into litres, we have to divide by 1000. Let's try some of these questions together. Number 1. What would 5,000 millilitres be in litres? Remember, we have to divide by 1000. Excellent job. It's 5. Well done, Amington Heath. Let's try number 2. What would 6,000 millilitres be in litres? Well done, 6. Excellent job. And now, what would 4,500 millilitres be in litres? Remember to divide by 1000. That means we need to move the digits 3 times to the left. Great job, Amington Heath, 4.5. Let's try our last 2 questions together. What would 7 litres be now into millilitres? Now this time we're multiplying by 1000. We need to move those digits 3 times to the right. Well done, it would be 7,000. And our last question, 3.5 litres into millilitres. Again, because we're changing from litres to millilitres, we need to multiply by 1000. Move those digits 3 times to the right. Excellent work. Our answer would be 3,500. Great job today, Amington Heath. You are now ready to complete today's tasks. Remember, if you need any help with any of your work, contact your teacher and they will be able to help you. We love to see your work, so please send some in. Have a fantastic day and great job. I'm so proud of you.